this name for you. If you come closer, I can whisper in your ear.
If you happen to miss out on the previous career mode, I'll have a link in the description, an annotation on the screen, and a card in the top right corner, so you have no excuse not to go and watch it. Enjoy the video, guys.
Hey guys, Sam here, and welcome back to another episode of the West Ham United Career Mode series. In the last episode, we had a pretty good episode. We picked up 2 wins, one in the Capital One Cup and one in the league, but we picked up a loss, unfortunately, against Athletic Bilbao in the Europa League. And that was our first loss, I believe, in every competition up to date, apart from the preseason where we did suffer 1 loss. But today we kick off with a game against Sunderland away. As you can see, I'm in 5th position. Talk about realistic, I don't know if Sunderland should be 5th, but Defoe has been banging in the goals, as you could see, and they have found themselves 13 points, just 4 points behind us, so we should not be taking them lightly. Of course, a win here will put us at the top of the table. If you do go on to enjoy this episode, guys, and if you're enjoying the series, go ahead and smash the like button down below. If we get a 50 likes, that would be absolutely amazing. I'm continuing these daily uploads because you guys continually are smashing 50 likes, which is insane. So thank you so much for that. If we get 50 on today's episode, there'll be another one out tomorrow, guaranteed. And you guys are just absolutely amazing. Thank you so much for the support. Nevertheless, we've got a game against Sunderland, boys. We've got to get into it, and let's take a look if we can beat the Black Cats at the Stadium of Light. Alright, this is the starting lineup I'm putting up against Sunderland. This seems to be working for us, the 4-1-2-1-2, a bit more narrow with Payet in that right central midfield role, allowing him to stray a little bit out wide if he needs to. Zarate and Carroll up top with Lanzini behind them. This was working up to the game against Bilbao, so I think it should work against Sunderland, who aren't the greatest of teams. But this is a pretty strong starting 11, so we are definitely taking Sunderland seriously. Let's get into the game, and let's try and get a win. Sunderland here now with a bit of attacking pressure. That could be a decent chance here. Forced to Lenz. He's a very dangerous player, and Sunderland making some decent chances early on. Oh, Lanzini with a beautiful touch. Can he round another one? Of course he can round another one. It's Manuel Lanzini. He can do whatever he wants if he puts his mind to it. Threads it through to Carroll, who's out on the wing. I was hoping that we could cross it into Carroll, but he's not in there. And it's a shocking cross, but great attacking play from Lanzini. Oh, Lanzini, that's beautiful. With the roulette. Picks out somebody. It's fallen down to Song. What a finish. I wasn't even looking at the nameplates. I had no time to look at the nameplates. It started off with Lanzini with a fantastic roulette. I think he found Carroll, who eventually found Song making a good run. It was Zarate, sorry, my bad. It was Zarate who picked out Song making a fantastic run. How many times has Alex Song done that this season? Making in great runs. It's a goal. I'll take it. It's a goal. Well worked. And Manuel Lanzini, mate, you're a champion. Jenkinson is still available. He's found Jenkinson, doesn't finish it, and it's fallen down, I believe, to Mauro Zarate. It could be. It's 10. It's Zarate. Okay, I was going to say, it's got to be somebody small. But it has fallen down to Zarate, and he's picked up the goal. Just a beautiful poacher's goal. Right place, right time sort of goal. Puts it in for his 3rd goal in the Premier League. Alright, first substitution for a bit of fresh legs. We're going to bring on Sacco for Carroll, and we're also going to bring Obiang and put him into the attacking mid position, and then switch him and Payet to get a bit more stability in midfield. Looks like we're going to see this game out, guys, but there's still time. Anything can happen. Oh, that's a ball. That is a ball and a half. And Sunderland might make a late charge. It's Kabul who's finished it. Don't ask me what he's doing all the way up there and how he's finished that. First time, but he has. And it's 2-1 now. That's just a brilliant ball. We were caught out with possession. There it is, full time, 2-1. We pull out the win despite a little bit of a shaky mishap right there at the end where we conceded a goal. Unfortunately, we do lose the clean sheet, but it's still a win and 3 points on the board, and we remain undefeated in the Barclays Premier League. Who is going to put a stop to the mighty Hammers? Alright guys, for this training session, we're doing keep possession with Manuel Lanzini. I'm sure I've already showed this before. It could have even been with Lanzini, but I'm going to show you guys anyway because I do want to get Lanzini up as much as possible. The dude is absolutely insane, and hopefully he can continue with that form. Of course, getting around players he does usually pretty well in the actual game, and it looks like he's done it as well. Can he slot it past? Why did he knock out that shot? I don't know. Oh wow, can you score, Lanzini? Thank you. And he scores as well. Really well done from Lanzini. Hopefully we can get him up to like an 80 rating soon. He seems to be growing quite quickly, which is very good, and you guys know I love him, so we're going to train him a little bit more. Let's take a look at the rest of the results. Alright, the results were not that bad. As you can see, Granderson is nearly all the way up to a 54. His ball control is nearly at a 54, so if we can keep training him up, he'll be up. And he was growing quite quickly as well, so hopefully we can get him up to a 60 as soon as possible, get him into a decent player. Lanzini nearing a 78, Cresswell nearing a 75, so these players I want to continue training. Cresswell especially going forward is going to be our starting left back for the foreseeable future until maybe a big club comes in for him, because if you remember what I said at the start of the series, guys, let's say Chelsea come in for Cresswell, or an Arsenal come in for a Cresswell. I'm going to have no choice but to try and negotiate with them for a price. You know, I can't reject bigger clubs. So Cresswell is going to be definitely one of the best players coming out of our entire squad. So I do want to train him and see what I can get out of him while he's still here at the club. Alright, the next game is away against Crystal Palace at Selhurst Park. And as you can see, we top the table so far, guys. Just 4 conceded in the league. As you see, Palace is all the way down in 17th, but they're not a weak side by any stretch of the imagination. Liverpool still haven't won a game. I don't know when they're going to win their first game, guys. But we're going to take on Crystal Palace in this game, and hopefully we'll continue on our lead. Alright, guys, I have no reason to change the starting 11, so it's going to stay the same going into this game. Everybody's had a nice 2-week break thanks to the international duty to get their levels back up, the energy levels. And we're looking good. So I'm going to keep the same formation, same players, and hopefully it'll be the same result. Let's take on Palace at Selhurst Park. Payet now chips it over. Kuyate's making the run. It's fallen down to Kuyate, smashes it, and it's a save by the keeper. Good start. Oh, Cresswell with a smart ball to Zarate, who's tried curling it in. He's done it as well. Not facing the goal at all, and he's curled it in. Wow, audacious stuff from Zarate, and he's pulled it off as well. What a finish this is. He passes it to Cresswell, and Cresswell just cheekily slides it to him. And look at him. Look at that finish. Oh my goodness gracious. Zarate finally coming into his own. I'd like to see more of that. What an absolute sublime finish. Down to Cresswell. Picks out Payet, who's turning around in the box, doesn't really have anyone to find. Oh, he's going to try and do it himself. That's a beautiful scoop turn. Oh my goodness gracious, that was one of the most beautiful goals. Talk about play beautiful, guys. That was playing beautiful. That is an incredible goal from Payet. That is pure skill. Take a look at this. Payet, you think he's got nowhere to go. Hangeland is right up his ass. He just scoop turns and smashes it. That is just incredible stuff. I can't believe I pulled that off. Andy Carroll now latches onto it. He's going to cut in on his left. We know he can curl him in. Great defending. It's fallen to Lanzini. What a save from the keeper. Swats it away from Lanzini's attempt at close range. There you have it, full time. It's a win for West Ham United, 2-0. Not only that, I'm sure the scouts and the training staff also got a close look at Wilfried Zaha, and so did Slaven Bilic, to see whether or not he is worthy of putting on the West Ham United kit. Of course, one of the rumoured transfers for January. They didn't do much, Crystal Palace, it's got to be said, so Zaha didn't have any chance to shine, and it was just a great performance from the guys out there. 2-0, solid as you like. As you can see, one of the better performances of the season, if not the best performance of the season, I think. 6 shots, 4 on target with 57% possession. Against Palace's 2 shots, 1 on target, 43% possession. They never looked like scoring at all. Payet and Zarate scoring amazing goals, both of them. Two of the best goals of the season coming in the same game. What an entertaining game this was, and I'm taking that 2-0 all the way to the bank. Alright guys, for this week's training, I'm doing a dribbling course with Martin Samuelson. His dribbling stat is nearly up to a 73 from a 72, which is very good. He's developing a very good rate, and I just wish they had more of these dribbling courses, you know, a different variety of dribbling courses. Whoops, I didn't mean to hit that thing. Because I love these sorts of things. You know, this dribbling course I think is a really, really fun concept. I just wish they had more of them. I don't know how you guys feel, but I actually think this is really cool. But as I said before, if there was a different variety, you know, it would feel less stale after a while if they had like 6 or 7 of these dribbling courses, which would be phenomenal. But we get an A, which is good. So let's take a look at the rest of the results for this week. Okay, and as you can see, C and D all across the board, other than Samuelson, who of course we used, and Cresswell is nearly upping up his slide and stand tackling and his marking as well. So he's developing very well. Hopefully we can get him to a 75. Alright guys, another monthly scouting update has come from Rawson and he's given us a couple of different players here. 85 potential, not too interested. 73, not too interested. 84, not too interested. 92, I am interested in. We'll continue scouting him. I don't want to sign him up straight away. Maybe that'll affect the overall. I'm not sure. You guys can let me know, because I don't want to sign him up and he's a 41 overall. I want, especially because he's 17 years of age. He might be a little bit too late to the party, if you know what I mean. And the third and final game of this episode is in the Europa League against Midtjylland. I still don't know how to pronounce that, but I'm assuming that's right. Midtjylland. I'm assuming you don't pronounce the J. But they've picked up 1 point. We have 3, so we need to win this. Otherwise, they will leapfrog us. Unless we pull out a draw, of course. And Athletic Bilbao, who are still at the top, facing Salzburg, which is a very interesting tie-up. But let's take a look at the team that'll face Midtjylland. It's not going to be the exact same starting lineup again. I'm going to switch it up a little bit for the Europa League and see if we can't get an important 3 points, one that will probably solidify our qualification to the knockout rounds. Alright, as you can see, the formation stays the same, however, a bit of a change up in the lineup. Zarate still up front along with Enna Valencia. Noble comes into the midfield, as does Obiang, which means Payet gets pushed into the attacking mid position. Kuyate picks up a role in the right back position today. He doesn't play there, but he can play centre back, and he's got a decent amount of pace, 82 sprint speed, and he's got stamina as well, so he can do a job there. And we're remaining with Reed, Ogbonna, and Cresswell, who are very, very solid. Adrian in between the sticks. It should be 3 points. Let's get into the game. Payet picks out Kuyate. He's going to whip this in. It's Obiang who's at the edge of the box. What a goal. Smashes it on the volley, the left-hand side of the keeper. What a finish and what a play. Obiang showing his worth, showing his class. Look at this, great cross in. Kuyate picked out, Obiang chests it down and volleys it. We're scoring some incredible goals and the team is really starting to gel. Oh, that's just beautiful play. That's just beautiful play. I don't know what else to say. Is that Obiang again? Oh my goodness gracious, he's got a brace. That's what I like to do. I like to pass it around and just a quick passing in between. Look at that. Fantastic stuff. What a finish as well. 2-0 and it's Obiang on a brace. Oh, great little 1-2 there. Oh my goodness, they've rattled the bar again and the follow-up chance doesn't... What? Why is that a penalty? I don't know what I've done. Why have they gotten a penalty? I have no idea. Go on, Adrian. Come on, mate. You've only had 1 penalty so far. And it was Aguero, and he scored it. And this guy's going to score it as well. And Midtjylland are now in the running to pull another goal back. I don't know why it was a penalty. I'm assuming because I tried to clear it with B, and Kuyate tackled. And what happened was the guy shot and then followed through and then eventually ran into Kuyate. Which, I can't believe they haven't fixed that, but it seems like in this game, you could foul the air, and the other team would get a free kick, so I'm not surprised that we ended up conceding the penalty. Guys... Okay. And there you go, a 3-1 win in the Europa League in the first FIFA 16 game that I can just label as insanity, where just a bunch of crazy stuff happened. I mean, what an experience this was. As you can see, a very open game, 7 shots, 4 on target for us, 4 shots, 4 on target for Midtjylland, and 50% possession, so it was a... I don't even know how to... I mean, I just don't know what happened this game, guys. I just don't know. But good to see Obiang get on the score sheet. He picked up a brace, which is very good to see. Of course, I've been talking about him, singing his praises in the past couple episodes as one of the better midfielders we have. I'd like him to grow a bit more so I can incorporate him. And this is just going to help his situation more by scoring 2 goals. So, very, very well done. That'll wrap up this episode, guys, very, very nicely. As you can see now, we are in a really good position to push on in the league. A game in hand on City and a point in front. So we could be 4 points ahead if we win the next game. I know a lot of you might be thinking this is a bit unrealistic, but honestly, we haven't been performing like we're title winners. We've been grinding out a lot of results, so I'm sure the loss will eventually come. I'm not going to up it to Legendary because the game itself, the games aren't hard. I am struggling in the games, but we are pulling out the results. So I'm going to keep it on World Class, and the loss will eventually come, and we're going to have a couple more tough games. But taking a look at the table, as you can see, City and Chelsea have found their way into the top 4. Chelsea, a team that I expect to be well and truly in the top 4. West Brom seem to have dropped off a little bit finally, and Liverpool still haven't won a game. In 9 games, they've gotten 5 draws and 4 losses, and they still have not won a single damn game. I don't know what Liverpool are doing, but we're not worrying about them. We're at the top of the table, and hopefully we'll remain there as long as we can. We're performing very well. If you did enjoy this episode, guys, make sure you smash 50 likes. 50 likes for another one tomorrow, guys. Guaranteed. Your support has been insane. Thank you very much. If you're new around here and you haven't checked out the channel, make sure you do so. A PSG Career Mode is also going on, so make sure you check it out and subscribe. If you're new around here, I'll see you guys in the next one very soon. Keep it real.